Today I'm going to show you how to find some constellations in the night sky. You don't need to know all of them, but we're going to go by season, and I'm going to tell you which ones to maybe pause the video and write down before I show you how to find them in the sky. And then you'll have some of them on the quiz today, and if we had a test, there would be more on the test. But we don't need to know all of these. There's just a few of them that I want you to know. All right, so we're going to first start with the winter sky, and what the ones that I want you to know would be Orion in the middle, Taurus to the right of Orion, Canis Major to the bottom left, follow Canis Major up to Canis Minor, and then of course Gemini. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you would have to know from the winter. So go ahead and pause and sketch those in your notes. Okay, so we cannot see these right now because these are winter constellations. Make sure I'm on draw real quick. Yep, I'm good. Okay. Winter's already passed, we're in spring, but a lot of people can find the constellation Orion. And the reason that they can find the constellation Orion is because they can find these. I thought I was on draw. Hold on. They look for these three bright stars, which is Orion's belt. Okay. Now, when I teach constellations, usually in class, a lot of my students have questions like, how is this this? And how is this that? Like, Orion is a warrior, a hunter, doesn't look like a person. You have to have an imagination. You have to imagine way back in Greek mythology times how there was nothing. There's no technology, there was no TV, there was no cell phones, there was nothing except looking up at the sky, and they had an imagination. So Orion, this is his butt, like his waist, and then his bottom half, and this would be his torso up here, and then this is his helmet. This is his shield, and this would be his arms holding up a sword. Now, if we went to like a picture of it, like if you go online or use the app that I'm going to talk about in the next little video, you can see like a picture, which will do a better job, but I can't do both simultaneously. Okay, so when you see Orion's belt, you follow it up to the next brightest star in the sky that's called Aldebaran. Okay, and that's in the constellation Taurus, the bull. So let me take that away real quick. All right, so this is if your zodiac is Taurus, I think your birthday might be in May. I don't have all those memorized, but this little triangle here is the bull's face. And then this is one antler horn, is the other horn, and this is his body. So it's like the bull's looking over his shoulder and looking back. If you follow Orion's belt down to the next brightest star in the sky, this is Sirius. Talked a little bit about Sirius in the notes today. Sirius is the nose of the dog. So we have Canis Major, which is big dog. And if you follow that up to the next brightest star in the sky, that's Procyon, which is Canis Minor, the nose of the little dog. Those are Orion's dogs. So you can see the body of the dog here, back legs, front legs, and this is kind of its face. It's harder to see, but that's Canis Major. If you follow it up to Procyon, this is the nose, and I don't know how it is, but this is the nose of the small dog. So this would be Orion's small dog. If you follow this bright star up to the next two twin stars, that's Castor and Pollux, which is the heads of Gemini. And Gemini, I believe, would be the zodiac for maybe, I don't know when. I'm bad with the zodiac. Maybe, I forget. But anyways, Gemini, it's the twins, Siamese twins. That's why they're conjoined together here. You can see here's one head, here's the other head, or up here, those bright stars. Here's its legs and body, legs, and their arms are joined together because Gemini is the Siamese twins. So those are the ones that you'd have to know by picture for the quiz, they could possibly be on the quiz. Now, coming over here to the right, this is the spring constellations. You'd be able to see these tonight or over the next few months in the sky. The ones that you should know for quiz would be Boteus, which is right here, aka booties, booties in the sky, but it's Boteus. Ursa Major, which you guys should all know what that is. You should also know Leo the lion. And I think that's it for this one. You should know Ursa Minor as well, but I don't see it on this one. Anyways, we'll start with Boteus over here on the left. So go ahead and pause the video, sketch Boteus, Ursa Major, and Leo. Those are the ones that you should know for the quiz. I'll wait. We'll pause it and then we'll come back. All right, so Boteus is another fighter like Orion. The way that they taught me in college to find it is it looks like a kite. Hopefully you kind of see that, right? Do you see this kind of shape? Looks like a kite. That's how you can see it. But again, it has that kind of triangle top, which would be his hat. The kite, if you will, is his body, and then these are his legs. Then here's Leo the lion. So Leo is August. I know that because my sister's a Leo. So this is the mane of the lion. This would be the body, the tail of the lion. This is his feet. So it's like he's laying on his stomach and his feet are out in front of him. A couple more we can, oh, wait, let me talk about this one first. Ursa Major, anyone know what it is? I'm sure you're all yelling. It is the Big Dipper. Okay, it is. At the Big Dipper, there's the Little Dipper. They're called circumpolar constellations. You see those constellations all year round. But did you know that it's a bear? Okay, Ursa Major is also known as Big Bear. Ursa Minor, the Little Dipper, is also known as Little Bear. This would be like the hind corner, the hind end, I suppose, quarter of the bear. And this is its tail. Why is the bear have such a long tail? I have no idea. All right, so those would be the three you would want to know. Virgo is a maiden. It's a woman. So this is like her body and her arms, kind of her legs kind of laying out in that direction. That's September. I'm a Virgo, so I know that one. Here's Cancer. Cancer is like into June, some of July. I forget what Cancer is. It might be a crab. Leo Minor, so it has to be a small lion. Hydra, it's a serpent. Usually people want to talk about those. Again, you just need to know Boteus, Ursa Major, and Leo could pop up on the quiz. All right, so summer, that will come up here. It tells you the dates down here, June, July, and August. I love the summer constellations. The reason that I love the summer constellations is because you can see the Milky Way. Absolutely, yes, you can, and I'll have another little video to show you that. But the ones that you should know for the quiz possibly would be Cygnus the Swan, Lyra the Harp, Aquila the Eagle, there's a lot, sorry, Sagittarius the Teapot, and Scorpio or Scorpius the Scorpion. Again, pause the video and I want you to sketch Cygnus the Swan, Lyra the Harp, Aquila the Eagle, Sagittarius, it's an archer. It looks like a teapot, and then Scorpius or Scorpio. Let's just say Scorpio, because if it's on the quiz, I'll have it as Scorpio. Okay, so Cygnus is a swan. We'll learn in, I think, maybe the last assignment that a good candidate for a black hole was in the neck of Cygnus. So when I was in college, they taught you to find it by, it looks like it's a cross in the sky. Hopefully you guys can see that. But this would be its wings, and this would be its tail, and this would be its long neck. And right about here is a good candidate for a black hole. If you follow the Deneb, which is the bright star of Cygnus down, you should be able to find Aquila. It's an eagle. Maybe you can see that. Here's one wing. Here's the other wing. This is its neck and its head. You don't have to memorize Hercules, but I think you all know who Hercules is, right? So here's his body, here's one arm, the other arm, and here's his long legs. Which there was a movie and then a Disney cartoon all about Hercules. You know all about that. Sagittarius. Okay, it looks like a teapot. I talked about that before in the lecture. Okay, but it's an archer, it's a fighter, a man. You see that it has that triangle top, right, which represents the helmet. Here's his body, possibly a shield. Here's his arm, but it looks like a teapot, and that's how they taught me how to find it. To the right of Sagittarius is Scorpio, and it looks like the letter T in the sky. And normally when I see it, I don't see this nice swirly tail. I just see the letter T that's kind of on its side. And this is how you find the Milky Way. If you remember from my lecture, I don't remember if I told you before, but I will tell you that you look between Sagittarius and Scorpio, and the Milky Way is right here. And the best time to see it in the Northern Hemisphere is during the summer. Libra, you don't have to memorize it, but Libra is, I believe, October. Here's a serpent, so some sort of snake. Corona borealis, corona means crown. And you only have to know, oh, Lyra. I forgot about Lyra. Lyra's a harp. I don't know how it's a harp, but it kind of looks like, has like that square. So Cygnus, Aquila, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Lyra are all the ones that you should know. All right. Is this our last one? It is our last one. Here's our fall constellations. You should know Cassiopeia. You should know Perseus, Pegasus, and Andromeda, which Andromeda, it doesn't show it too well here, so I won't use her on the quiz today, okay? Promise. But anyways, if you've ever seen the movie The Clash of the Titans, the old version or the new version, I prefer the old version, the story's from that, okay? So again, no Pegasus, Cassiopeia, and Perseus. So copy those three down in your notes. I would say Andromeda too, but you can't, it doesn't show it very well here. So Perseus was the man, right? He's Zeus's son who saved Andromeda. So Andromeda is his datum, and Cassiopeia is Andromeda's mother. So Cassiopeia gave Andromeda up to the Kraken, the sea monster, to save her city. But Perseus, he went and cut the head of Medusa off and flew on his flying horse Pegasus, and he swooped down to save her. So that's where most of these come from. So Pegasus is a horse and he's upside down. So if we were in class, I'd rotate it, but I can't rotate it here. Here is Pegasus's body, and this is his head and his snout. Here's his front leg and his other front leg and kind of his back leg. But Andromeda, this is missing some of the stars. Andromeda is like reaching out. So it kind of goes from Pegasus to Andromeda. These are her arms reaching out to Perseus. Here's his legs and here's his top of his body. So she's reaching out for Perseus to save her. Cassiopeia is Andromeda's mother, and it looks like a W, or if you flip it around, it looks like an M. And how is that a woman? Well, she's sitting on her throne. So it'd be like she's sitting right here on her throne. So know those for the quiz. I will not give you Andromeda. So Pisces is, I think, fish, but that would be like another zodiac, as well as Aries, which I think is a ram. And Aquarius down here is another zodiac. Now we watched the little video clip in the lecture, and so those pass the sun's ecliptic, and that's where the zodiac came from. But that's astrology. It's not astronomy. And I don't know why the Little Dipper's not here, but you should know the Little Dipper as well. So it should be over here. If it's Ursa Major, it just looks like that, doesn't it? Ursa Minor. So what's important about the Small Dipper, the Little Dipper, or actually it's a Little Bear, because this would be its hind back end and this is its long tail. The North Star, I'll try to write this the best that I can. This is the North Star. Maybe not. Okay, I'm not succeeding. Okay, I give up. But this is the North Star, or it's also known as Polaris. Okay, and that's what's important because that's a circumpolar constellation. If you can find the North Star, you can find the Little Dipper, and then if you find the Little Dipper, it pours into the Big Dipper. So that's how they teach you how to learn constellations in college. You find one, like Orion, and I'm able to find several more by looking at bright stars. Now, when you're using the app that I'm going to show you in the sky, they're a lot bigger, okay, than what shows you on the app. So it does take some practice. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so this is how you find the Milky Way. If you use the app that I showed you earlier, you will look for Sagittarius, which is right here, which is the teapot, right, in the sky. And you'll look for Scorpio. Now, you don't see the whole tail in the sky. It's usually in the southern sky as well, but I see just like a nice old letter T. That's how I find it. And in between Scorpio and Sagittarius is the Milky Way. But if you use this app, you'll be able to find it better. And again, when you're looking for it, you do not want to have it partially cloudy. You want it to be as clear as can be. And you want to look for it in the middle of summer. And if you live in town, you're going to want to go out away from town because there's lots of light that comes from buildings and things like that. So I live kind of in the middle of nowhere without any neighbors, so it's easier for me to see. So definitely I want you to get out there this summer, if you remember, and find the Milky Way.